All right, everybody, welcome in. This will be another free-for-all cast today. A little free-for-all Stormgate. Once again, this is being played on the Temple of the Lost Gate, designed by Delarus, the most popular of the free-for-all maps out there right now. It's a real fun map to play. If you have the game, come check it out. Who's playing in this match? These are some of our regular community members who like to play some of these team games or free-for-all games. We got in the blue here. This is Marksman. In the red here, playing Vanguard faction today. In the red, this is jayzn. I said in the red twice, so now I had to say it 3 times. And in the nice salmon colored, with an array here, but wait a sec. Here we are at the enriched Therium. We have Thanks playing off faction today, normally a Vanguard player. And in the yellow, hopeful of a win, it's hopefulveil. And yeah, once again we're playing on this Temple of the Lost Gate, which has it's a 4-player map because we're playing 4-player free-for-all here. And you got your main, you got your natural, then everyone's got a rich Therium outside their natural, which is what Thanks is dealing with here. Thanks is like, if I'm going to expand, why don't I go straight to the Therium? And so that's what he's done. Whereas most of the rest of the folks have said, I'm going to go to my normal natural first and build a base. But everyone's on base. Everyone's decided we're free-for-all macroing here. And I will say this, I've played a few free-for-alls on this map, and a lot of times people do this, except one person will do this. And that person is extra greedy. So everyone's being greedy because they're like, it's a free-for-all match. I'm not going to go all in. You don't win free-for-all by going all in. So I'm going to start with my eco-based meta. But then there's always someone like Thanks here that's like, oh, if everyone's just going to open eco, there's no risk. So I might as well just go straight for the enriched luminite, which is what he's done here. With a similar idea is Marksman, saying I'm going to go for a third base here, while he's still producing some units here as well. Thanks, of course, also has some Argents out now. Ooh, we hear the cock-a-doodle-doo of the opening bell. Everyone's been sitting back, chilling, ecoing. I don't even think any units have got out on the map to contest anyone anywhere. jayzn here, okay, does have some units chilling back in the main. Thanks has this base up. He's now going for a third. Now I was pointing out the bases. There's also these cool bases in the back. You got to destroy these. There's also a Therium under there you got to destroy. That's the old way Therium was. If you think all the way back, you just have to destroy the Therium patch to open it up and let the Therium out, which is really cool if you ask me. And I'm glad that Delarus has taken advantage of that old feature and put it in his map. Little exchange here as Thanks is pushed into Marksman. These are the 2 most active folks so far on the map, although no one's been super aggressive, and Marksman's going for the old smudges, these fire giants here. In the community, we call these fire giants smudge. It's kind of a meme. And we got a pair of them, and they will be captured here after a second by Marksman. There we go. Now he's got 2 smudges. There's no Stormgate on this. That's kind of a Stormgate, but it's not really a Stormgate. It's the only thing on the map. The only thing, I guess, that is not just normal bases and such. Here we go. Here's jayzn taking out that mine and putting down his base here. This also provides cool backdoor abilities to go in there and get some damage on Marksman. Thanks is going for this base here, while also jayzn is going for it. I think jayzn will have to retreat as the Argents poke that away. And is Thanks gonna go for another... It looked for a second there like he might be aiming to expand over there, but maybe he was just trying to deny that base. Extra chambers going down. He's got a couple of Legion halls. And nothing coming out of them right at the moment. Has he built some Seraphim or something? I do not see anything. Maybe waiting for Archangels. What a eco-y, non-aggressive game of free-for-all so far. This sometimes happens in a 3-for-all, where no one wants to upset the balance, so no one attacks. But this is a full-on free-for-all. Marksman being like, I'm going for that extra base. If you're not taking it, I'm going for it. Hopeful is starting to make a defensive matrix on the high ground here. jayzn's third base is down here in the secret base. What a sort of friendly game. I think maybe this was no rush 10. Maybe it was no rush 10. jayzn decides I'm going to break the piece. I'm going to attack up into Marksman, but wait a second, he's got way too much. And even though he's pulled the boys, and they're building some sentry posts here, the boys end up going down, as do most of the army of jayzn. And jayzn is hoping that Marksman doesn't come down the ramp and finish the job. Just checking to see if there's new fire giants up there yet, because these fire giants have been helpful. But here he does come down the ramp. That's bad news for jayzn. We got a bunch of servos going down. There's a repair-o-matic there doing its best, but there it gets smited by a fire giant's axe. And this base is down. Now Marksman looks like he might be pulling back. As you do in free-for-all, sometimes you don't go for the full kill. If you do, you end up putting yourself out of position. But no, he is going in for the kill. And that means jayzn might have to tap out here. Nice rampart on, or a reinforced rather, on the tank to keep it alive. But even with that, it's going to go down. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought the servos might make it there in time for a mass repair. But they're just coming here to fight. And that means that's going to be the end of this. Marksman probably going to finish this off here. But actually, no, he's pulling back. Leaving jayzn kind of just still with a hope. With a hope in the game. There we see as those Seraphim just freed the Therium patch there. Was this Therium patch freed? Also freed. Ooh, and we've got a battle going on here. Marksman forced to pull back. As Hopeful has now pulled into Marksman's main base here. We got that nice AoE, air attack from the Giants attacking the Hornets. So that is before the Giant was taken out. Still just a Hornet above, harassing as air does on the Infernal, since Infernal has no real way to deal with that. But they do manage to get some Gaunts out and take down that final Hornet. So that was a interesting little attack for Hopeful. Not really getting done the damage it hoped for. But now we've got an attack coming back. It's Marksman saying, fine, I've already kind of crippled jayzn on one side. Maybe I can march in here and do some real damage to Hopeful as well. Vulcan going down. We see the couple ramparts went down already. There is a buzzsaw cannon over there, but Marksman staying away from it. Marksman hearing the cock-a-doodle-doo and thinking maybe I should go up here and grab these smudgies. But they're one-shotting gaunts. Those were weak gaunts, so it might not be a true one-shot. Got something going on here. I'm not sure if there was anyone pushing out into there. Thanks did that. We got a dragon up for Marksman. He's pushing into Hopeful here. Little does he know, but Thanks is also pushing into Hopeful here and just absolutely snipes the command post. That looked like a high command actually. Gets sniped. And so Hopeful is getting hammer and anviled here. On the one hand, he's got Marksman coming in here and killing this top level base. Where Thanks is coming in with this little snipe force and is full on murder. So he has no mining base because he has no town hall structure left anymore. What a quick and nasty kind of death here for Hopeful. Notice that Jason's like, I'm almost back in it, everybody. I was killed, I got a helicarrier, I got some tanks. But I'm getting back in it. Getting back in it. Archangel's over here. Get some nice kills. But now there's a huge battle here. This was the first base taken by Thanks. His Argent's coming up here. The Dragon and the Spriggans are doing nothing over there. They really need to get in this battle somewhere. But they are fighting with Archangels now. That looks like it's going to be in the favor of the Archangels for the moment. At least the Dragon pulls back. Now Spriggan's getting splattered by the mace of an angel. That's a Seal song, I think. The mace of an angel. Might be off. I'm not sure. But what a fun little scrappy bit here. As it, Hopeful still looks dead. Although maybe is going for the old, I've got a few servos in a dream over here. In free-for-all, that happens. In the 1v1, there's not as many comeback mechanics. But in a free-for-all, your comeback mechanics are the other players. You just hope that this person who is currently killing you is going to get backstabbed by somebody else and they will have to retreat back. That can cause anyone to come back, and this could be anyone's game. Saber's over here going for the old-fashioned saber harass. But wow, army coming down from above. Bunch of Spriggans fly in. They need to get on top of the Animancers, and indeed they do. Thanks has a pretty good defensive matrix down here, though. Thanks is the one who's currently leading in supply. That can sometimes be a bit misleading, given that prisms and arrays count supply. It's just Celestials have a little bit of a complicated setup. I don't think anyone has officially tapped out of this game yet. jayzn's getting back in it. Base is going back down for Hopeful. Now remember, Hopeful does have the... Oh! Built this base, but couldn't mine. Now can mine. And it's Marksman up on the top who has overcome Thanks. Maybe thanks to these big bad smudgies he's got. He's got level 2 smudgies now. They're marching down the stairs. I think Marksman kind of knows, or at least has a sinking suspicion, that it's Thanks he needs to kill. And Thanks is down this ramp, so he's gonna go down the ramp. Grabs the Animancer really nice. This is a really good static D here. Vectors showing up. There are Archangels chilling in the back, ready to come in and do their thing. But for the moment, they are doing nothing. Animancers trying to get damage with their Dark Prophecy, but the Animancers are now being harassed by Fiends and Brutes. Now we see the Archangels coming in with some Meteor Strikes with the Scorched Earth. But this base has gone down. Archangels finally actually in a good position here. More Spriggans showing up. And Spriggans versus Archangels are they're good toe-to-toe, but only if you got lots of Spriggans. And that's what we're seeing there. Archangels going down. And this base actually cleared out. So does that mean Marksman got what he was hoping for here, which was to cripple Thanks? I think he really needs to go for the kill and get the exclamation point resigned. Because if he lets Thanks get back in this, Thanks will be a force. Now luckily for Marksman, he is at 200 supply and Thanks is at 75. So he is for the moment able to just take care of this production, some of these power banks and such. Surging the Arc ship, but flying it over to his secret base might not be the best. Another secret base over here. Bombers. Very curious. Wow, a ray gets bombed right out of the sky. And, oh, the Spriggans and the Dragon find... Look how many Spriggans. Marksman's definitely committing into the Sprig tech. Got his ground army chilling here. You heard the cock-a-doodle-doodles. That means there might be new smudgies appearing. And look at this. Some farms camping out the top of the temple. This base taken down. I think Thanks is in trouble. This base is going back up. But in comes jayzn. jayzn, whom we counted out 10 minutes ago, has rebuilt up and is like, bye-bye, Thanks. Thanks, who was the favorite to win, going down. This is the secret of the free-for-all, my friend. Just because Thanks has the highest MMR, I think, I don't know everyone's MMR here. Just because he has the highest MMR doesn't mean he's guaranteed to win the free-for-all. In fact, all you gotta do is gang up on someone and then they will die. That's the real secret of free-for-all. These Spriggies and Dragons are going for the end of Hopeful. So Hopeful really is kind of on his last feet. Like, Hopeful is mining this base after finally getting rid of the rocks and such. We have bombers. Okay. Bombers trying to come after whatever it is that Marksman has going on up here. I think... I thought Marksman was going to come back. Did he bring his ground army over here? Is that what we're seeing the last of there? Was that ground army? Because the Air Force is up here and has been greatly whittled down. jayzn is now the one with the advantage. So Marksman spent a lot of his goodwill, a lot of his power in this game on killing Thanks, and also Hopeful, who still has a servo and a dream up here, still mining and building supply depots. And we have jayzn going. Look at this expansion. Brutes find a tank. Ooh, and the Air Force finds the helis. Air Force finds the helis. And they're going in. There are Atlases on the ground, but wow, okay. They pull back. This base is being harassed by the Gaunts, but the whole army is pushed into the base. But look at this, as the Spriggans are going down, ground army is going down. Boom! One dead helicarrier. More Spriggans out here. Oh no, Spriggans get wiped so easy by the helis. It's hard to see the trade-off here. But it looks like heli's winning. There's one bro down here, one fire giant. Being the giantest fire giant he could be. Now he's throwing his little impies at the helicarrier, but the helicarrier wipes him. So the heli somehow managed to pull up a hold there. There is a dragon up here trying to fight a heli. This base is mined out. I love that. And the helicarriers are chasing the dragon back. What's Marksman gonna do here? Marksman's expanding, but needs Therium mightily. Mined out. Mined out. Look at this crazy base construction. I like it. Got a bunch of brutes just chilling back there. What's that about? Dragon. Ooh, helicarriers versus dragon. There's just too many helicarriers there. Imps going down. This base has been destroyed. Wow, this base had also mined out. So Marksman, who is in control, jayzn is coming back. I mentioned how he had just a few servos and a dream here, and now he's the one doing the job. Dragon goes down. No, Spriggan's out though. Marksman spent all of his money. He had a bank there for... Wow. Brutes over here. Look at the reinforce on the command post. That's just going to keep it alive forever. Brutes going down. Oh my goodness. Helicarriers. Oh, servos being pulled. Overcharge. Murder. Oh, wow. Marksman. This is pain. Meanwhile, Hopeful is like, I'm getting back in this. I heard you could get back in this game if you have some servos and a dream. I hope you don't mind, but I got a couple of helicarriers now. Hopeful with the helis. Hopeful with the dropship. Wow. Yeah, what is going on over here? Yeah, mined out, bro. Mined out. Helicarriers and boys on the march. Thanks has a bank, but Thanks is dead. Hopeful has a bank, but Hopeful doesn't have a lot of production structures. jayzn, no bank, but has all the supply in the game. And Marksman has a bunch of map control, but like nothing else. So here come, wow, bombing runs. Now that was kind of just a waste of bombing runs. I mean, I don't know if bombing runs are wasted per se, but you could have just flew over there and melted it. You didn't need to send all your stealth bombers out. Okay, now again, let me just stealth bombing run the smudges. Okay, you did it. Smudges captured. Hopeful got this base up. Still only on one hangar bay though. And Marksman's going extra base happy. I don't know if that's the right play. Although it looks like this Therium is almost done. And this one's got to be mined out. Almost, is my guess. And what's jayzn gonna do? jayzn's gonna clean up some of these effigies, but jayzn, this is your game to lose right now. If you can get on top of Marksman and kill him, you win the game. But if you let Marksman get back in this, you could lose. Now, having an air force of 8 helicarriers is not bad. For the most part, that kind of beats anything Marksman can put on the table. But who knows? Maybe Marksman can get his economy up and trade well. Things like that. Maybe he just makes a sea of shadow flyers. That's all he needs. Imps, what are you doing? Uh-oh, no! I don't like it. Oh! I mean, it was an interesting try. What? Maybe it's because it has so much life. It looked like no damage was really dealt there. I kind of thought flaming imps were of the flaming variety, you know? Like, these smudges have anti-air and they are murdering. The smudges are kind of invincible a little bit. I mean, they got a lot of hit points, but whether they're fighting the ground or the air, they kind of murder. I mean, Spriggans are squishy. Wow, these are tough boys. Also, did you notice? Hopeful is on the warpath. So is jayzn. He's like, stop attacking my fiery boy. How about I bomb your entire base to smithereens? So many pyres going down there. Dragon's still up though. Dragon more maneuverable than these heli boys. Dragon coming down here and being like, wait, there's a base. There's a base over here too. Oh my goodness. This space got mined out already, Marksman. Oh no, he's mined out all the therium on the whole map. I mean, all the therium he had access to. This poor dragon is like, helicarriers over here, helicarriers over there. Oh, serious bombing run from jayzn. And here we go, it's helicarriers versus helicarriers. Oh no, the yellow ones are like, we don't want to be here. And the red ones are like, too bad, you're gonna die and get murdered. Boom. Oh, hopeful. Hopeful. Oh, and finally a GG from Marksman and a GG's all around with a fun come from behind victory for jayzn. Congratulations, jayzn. Well played.